And in order to set up React Router, first we need to install it. So if you want to set it up in your own project, you'll need to go with npm I and then React Router DOM. In the README, I left the specific version, but of course, in your case, you can just go with npm I and React Router DOM. And once you have the package in place, you'll want to navigate to your root component, which in our case is app.jsx, and set up create browser router and route provider. So let's do it together. We're going to navigate to app.jsx. I'll close the sidebar just so we have more real estate. And we're looking for create browser router and router provider. And you know what? In this case, I'll try to rely on the auto import. So notice that's the function we're looking for. And we'll want to set it up to some kind of variable. In my case, I'm going to go with the router. It's a function. And inside of the function, we pass in the array. And then inside of the array, each and every route is going to be an object. And we'll start with these two properties, but of course, eventually there's going to be more. So we have path. Effectively, this just controls what are we going to display once we navigate to a specific URL. And it's a common practice to go with /, which means the domain. So in our case, it's localhost 5173. Essentially, that's my homepage. Now, once we deploy it, of course, that domain is going to be different. But again, this / means home page. And what do we want to display? Well, eventually, of course, we'll have the components and all that cool stuff. For now, I can simply show you that we need to go with element property. And I can provide here a heading 1. So I'm going to go here with heading 1, and I'll just type home. Let's save this, and let's copy and paste. And we're going to set up the second route. So in this case, I'm going to go to about page. And just to showcase that it's possible, of course, not only we can add a heading 1, but we can go with div, and then maybe in there we'll place another heading 1. Again, sky's the limit. Please keep in mind that our pages are components. So effectively, there's no difference. So we have a typical React component, and all of the pages are the same components. The difference, of course, is that we just display that component once we navigate to the specific URL. In this case, it's going to be a home page and about page. So if I want to display a content on / about, I just add here a path / about, and then whatever element I want to display. And in this case, it's going to be an about page in a div. So let's save. And now we want to grab the router provider and return from app. So instead of this heading 1, again, I'm going to rely on the auto import, and the name of the component is router provider. It has a router prop. So that's a special prop that we have. And we want to set it equal to what? Well, to our router instance. Let's close it. Let's save. And if everything is correct, we should have home. Why? Because this is our homepage. Again, this is localhost 5173. And once we deploy, it's going to be our actual domain. Now, if I go to my URL bar, type / and then about, what do you think we're going to display? Of course, the about page. So with this in place, we're done with our most basic router. And next, we can start covering more complex use cases.